Do you own your business or does your business own you? Hi, this is John Ruman. I'm an international business coach and consultant. This simple and powerful question should shape and change how you run your business going forward. Stop and listen to this if you feel like your business owns you, and if you came into the idea of being a business owner with the concept that you would someday be the boss and you would be having all of the power when it comes to the time, that you would feel like this is my thing, I've got this, and I rule this world. For many of you, I'm going to be totally honest because I coach people every day. People are slaves to their actual business. They start a business saying, I can do a better job than that guy, the guy I'm working for, the gal I'm working for. I can do a better job. And what happens is they start and they get into it. And very, very, very soon into doing it, they live there. They don't work 30 hours a week, 40 hours a week. They work 12, 14-hour days or more. They work the weekends. They live there. And not that things don't require a certain amount of time at the beginning, but let me tell you what I see from a coaching perspective. If you begin to think to yourself, what can I do now? What steps can I do on a regular and consistent basis that can allow me and my business to make it so that one day I'm actually free? So I can go on vacation for a month or 2 or 6 months or longer and actually experience the freedom, which is why I created this beautiful business. So if you're listening to this and this totally resonates with you, listen to the last part of this because this is kind of the crux of the matter. So again, people live in their business, they start it, it's a great idea, and they have a vision for how it's going to work, but it usually doesn't work that way. But there is an out. Here's what it is. It's not as rough as you think. Let me tell you what the answer is. The out to your business owning you and you being trapped and and literally being a slave to your business versus a slave to the man, your former boss who you ran away from so you could do a better job. What happens is, and here's how you get out of it, is on a regular and consistent basis, whenever you realize and you're doing a project, hey Jared, when you're doing a project and you realize that what you're doing, you're going to do once or more in a 12-month span. That's it. Ask yourself, is what I'm doing, the task or project, going to be done once or more per year? If that is the case, you need to have a journal. And in this journal, it's going to have a task or project or process. You can call it whatever you want, journal. And I want you to think, now I'm doing this, and you're in the process of actually doing it. You write down what steps you took or your team took to have it be the most effective. And then you say, is this the best we can do? Is this the best job that we can do to maximize whatever this task or project is? And obviously you're trying to do the best you can because you're always trying to do the best, especially when it's your business. So you do this for task 1, you write it down. And then you have a place that you put this that is accessed regularly. And then you reference it all the time. So next time a project or test comes out that is 90% or 80% or more like that old one, you stop coming up with a new idea and you reference that. And you say, what did I do then? And then you do that. And every 3 to 6 months, you reference this book. And this is the reference manual for everything that you have in your business. And let me tell you why this is where the gold is. It does a few things. And these little things are the difference between you being a billionaire with a B and you being B broke. The couple things it does. It allows you to scale your business. Let me tell you what scaling your business means. Scaling your business means that someday when you get these done, it actually becomes easier because you're not thinking, what the heck do I need to do this? If you feel like you're always doing the same thing over and over again and that your business is almost like constantly reinventing the wheel when you're like, didn't we do this last week? Didn't we do that last month? Didn't we do that 6 months ago? So anytime you have an event, list, done. Anytime you got, I don't know, a new client, list, done. And then reference and improve that. Don't start new. Stop wasting you and your team's brain. They're going to want to quit if they're not growing. But now, when you're no longer reinventing the wheel, now, whenever something new and exciting happens, you can say, what's a new, better thing? In other words, your team can now grow into new levels. They're not stuck at a new client process. Good. You do that once, and then that's the process. And 3 months later, 6 months later, whatever you decide, you update it. Now, here's what happens. Work actually becomes easier the more you get clients or customers because all the hard brain work is done one time. It allows a business to become scalable, meaning it can actually, there's a lot of things you can do nowadays that you can actually use software to automate these things, to make many steps of these automated. I'll give you a quick example. If any of you ever have an email that you send out that you've done more than one of those emails a year, you need to have a template directory. Do not write the same email 20 times. If people ever ask you the same question, don't ever answer it more than once. Find a way to automate, create places for help on that, brainstorm ways so that there's an easy access for them to help themselves. Okay, so it's scalable. So you're able to help thousands or millions of people, maybe not millions, but thousands or 10,000s with what you're doing now without reinventing wheel. That's one. And two, here's the gold. You make more money. And the business is sellable. So now that you are able to take more time off and your team is able to grow because they're actually learning new things, you are no longer a slave to the business. You can take time off. Your team is having fun because they're growing and they're actually doing new things, and it's sellable. A business is not sellable if you are a slave there all day. If you're a slave there all day, you ain't selling nothing because it's worthless. You're worth a little bit of percentage of revenue. But if you have a business that you can leave for 6 months and it's made more money than when you left, gold. That's what I invite you to do. So find a way to make your business scalable, sellable, write these things down. If you need help with this, I love doing this. It's a high skill set of mine, and for me, it's genuinely fun. I have a problem-solving engineering mindset, so for me, this is a game within itself, and I'm really good at technology. So if this is something that you would like to make your business scalable, sellable, and so that you can actually take time away at some point, call me, and I'll be happy to help you put processes in place, get your team on board, and trust me, they'll love you because they're no longer doing the stupid mundane stuff every day. And you'll love me because now you're making the money you knew you could actually make, and you're getting the freedom you knew you should have had from the get-go. So don't worry, it's not an immediate thing, but there is a promise out there. And someday you can either sell yourself or take a long vacay and make lots and lots and lots of money. So reach out to me. I'll happily help you with this. I do appreciate your time. You have an amazing rest of your night. Take time for you and your business. You do deserve this because this is why you did this in the get-go. Have an amazing night. Take care.